Today I saw that Steve Bannon was trending on Twitter because he claims that it's obvious that the Catholic bishops of the United States oppose the end of DACA simply because they want to fill the pews with illegal immigrants. And I feel like I have to respond to this simply because, one, it's foolish, and two, in the little bit of looking I've done, I haven't seen someone respond to it the way that I would like to. And so, first of all, I think it's important to say that I can sort of understand where Steve Bannon is getting this idea, or at least the idea that illegal immigrants might be filling the pews of the Catholic Church. And that's largely because, at least for the most part, many of the illegal immigrants in our country come from countries of origin that have large Catholic populations, and Catholicism plays an important role in their culture. So yes, many of them are going to attend Catholic parishes in the United States. That's one of the beautiful parts of being Catholic, that it's universal, it's worldwide, and people from any country can attend the Mass of any other parish throughout the world and still be a part of that community. But at the same time, I think it's foolish to suggest that that is the reason that the U.S. bishops in opposition to the end of the DACA program. And this is why. First of all, it's fair to say that the church does have a teaching about immigration. Whether or not Steve Bannon views it as doctrine, in his video he made it clear that he didn't feel that the bishops were speaking about doctrine in this case. And granted, they don't have doctrine about DACA in and of itself, but the Catechism of the Catholic Church does speak very specifically about immigrants. In fact, in paragraph 2241, it specifically talks about the role of government when it comes to immigrants, as well as the responsibility of immigrants. And one of those things that it does put the obligation of immigrants on is obeying the law. And so, yes, the Catholic Church does stand for immigrants coming into a country legally, but it also puts the obligation on prosperous nations such as America to make it possible for those who are in need and those who are seeking refuge in a different country to be able to do that. And so with that, I think first off, Steve Bannon's wrong in saying that the church has gone too easy on immigration. In fact, they've had a specific teaching about immigration for a long time. And the United States bishops affirmed what the Catechism says in 2013 in their article about their position on immigration. They called back to that same paragraph I just referred to and made the same statement. And so with that, it's important to know that wherever you stand on immigration as a Catholic, that's not really the issue. The Catholic Church talks about immigration, and it's said its piece there. However, I think DACA is a different piece of that whole puzzle, and that's largely because the dreamers, as they have been so called, are here under very different circumstances than the typical illegal immigrant. And that's because they were children when they came. They did not come of their own accord, but they were brought by their parents. And so I don't hold them accountable, and I don't think it's appropriate to, because as a Catholic Christian, I hold a couple of things very true to my heart. One being justice, and more so than that is mercy. And in justice, I don't think I can hold a young person accountable for being brought to a country that, whether legally or illegally, as a child. That was their parents' decision, and they went along with it. And so to hold them accountable for the wrongdoing of their parents is foolish and unjust, in my opinion. And even if you can come up with some sort of reason why they should be held accountable, I think what it comes down to is mercy. And, Jesus calls us to love our neighbor. And so loving our neighbor requires that we love those who even may not be here as our neighbors by ideal circumstances. And so I think it's, again, foolish to suggest that the obvious reason that the United States bishops are in opposition to Trump's decision to end DACA because they want to fill the pews. No, they're in opposition to Trump's decision to end DACA because they're compassionate and are seeking justice and mercy for those who are here by not by their own choice, but are contributing citizens and paying taxes and paying into programs like Social Security and obeying laws and, you know, doing everything that is expected of a typical citizen, just under different circumstances. And so, no, Steve Bannon, I don't think that the United States bishops are trying to fill pews. I think they're just trying to do what's right. And so if you want to find out more about DACA, or if you want to see what Steve Bannon's full comments were, I'll include that stuff in the description of this video down below. And just, you know, feel free to let me know what you think. I'm interested to see what other people have to say about this. But thanks.